Hello?
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
Devin.
Hi. How you doing, Devin?
Great.
Come
Nice
on
to
in.
meet you.
Thank you. Have a seat. Nice to meet you, too. How was your trip in?
It was great. The airport was a little bit of a mess. The lines at security was huge, but I guess it's just of all the things that are going on internationally right now. But
Sure.
I just gave you a little bit of information about, background information about our company. I brought a copy too, so if you have any questions about anything, feel free to bring those up.
Excellent. Thank you. Pleasure's mine. Anyway, I just wanted to visit with you here for a little bit. We're on a tight timeline here, so I kind of want to get right to business. Down to business. First, let me tell you why I've elected to have you and two other payroll companies meet with me today.
Certainly.
Like many other tech companies, Patent Law is beginning to embrace a less rigid scheduling structure. Due to this trend, we're finding ourselves following suit. That's why you're here. The problem is that our payroll and scheduling software is 10 years old, and we feel that it's time for an update, and it's incapable of handling flexible changes. Our HR manager, her head's spinning because she has to manually go into the system and make adjustments.
Yeah, I get that. Yep.
We could choose to ignore our employees' requests, but we found providing flexibility in schedules has increased employee productivity. Before we move on here, I'm just kind of interested. What actually brought you into this? I understand you were in business, another type of business. And
I did. I actually had a small power washing company, and it grew very rapidly as we were getting a lot of business through the summer months. And I was finding that it was hard for me as one person, and eventually had two other guys handling our accounting side of things. And so we decided we wanted to try and put it into a software so it wasn't taking so much of our time.
So you can feel my pain then.
Absolutely, yes. So let me say it's really an honor for my software engineering team and myself that your company is taking us in on such a critical element. Your observation is absolutely correct, like what you were saying with your HR manager. Productivity in relation to flexible scheduling, they really go hand in hand. One of our major benefits, or I guess incentives, that we sought after when actually engineering our payroll software was to handle the loose scheduling applications like you were just mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
Our software features Calendar Cloud, through which employees are able to adjust their schedules in real time. And actually, as an executive user, your HR manager is going to have user-friendly controls. Very easy. She has a control center, and it allows her to set restrictions on how often changes can be made to that.
Okay, let me just look at this here just a second. That actually was one of my next questions is the software user friendly?
Absolutely, it absolutely is. And actually, upon your approval, we're going to have 3 team members who are going to enter into each branch and make sure that each employee understands the transition from what your current situation. So employees' current sign-in information, password, username, it's going to be the same as it was before. So that's just one step that is going to be easy on the transition. On an individual basis, our team members are going to guide through employees through the process of setting and adjusting their weekly schedule. And all of our team members, they have business cards. They each have a company cell phone. So
I can get a real voice if I need to speak to someone.
Exactly.
And I need help navigating through the system.
Each person that helps with your employees, they'll have their business card, their number, and they can put a familiar voice to whatever problem, if they're having any problems, which I don't think there will be any issues with it.
Okay. The cloud calendar system. Tell me a little bit about that.
The cloud calendar system, it's really an easy concept. In the same way that you set appointments in your email, like you can set calendar appointments in your email, employees are going to be able to edit their schedule around other employee work times and to set their schedule accordingly and then save their changes. Of course, there's those who like a rigid scheduling structure, so they're only going to have to set their calendar once, and they can actually do that while our team members are there. And after that's been set, then it's going to be recurring. And if there happens to be a mispunch, then the software will send a notification to the HR manager as well as the department head of whatever department they're in, or either or. They can opt out or in on that.
Okay. We have done a fair amount of research ourselves, and from what we could see, it seems like that it would be a pretty good fit for our needs and our company. According to our HR manager, she felt that it had some features that would be useful and pretty easy to use, user-friendly to her. If we decide to go this route, if we choose R&R software as opposed to the other two companies, if we elect to use your software, how will the payment work? The payment option, how does that?
It involves a installment payment that covers employee training and transfer costs from your previous software to our software, which, being that your software is very compatible with ours, is just much more outdated. Mm-hmm. The transfer of information is going to go very smoothly.
Okay.
After installment, we bill on a monthly basis, a flat rate fee, which is dependent upon how many users are on our network. We offer an annual option to companies who don't want to deal with perpetual billing. But for your company, honestly, I'd push for the monthly option, so that if you want to change the parameters on more of a basis so that it fits your accounting department and we can work more closely with them, we can make adjustments on a month-to-month basis.
Okay, Devin. Well, thank you for your insight. We're very interested in your proposal, and I want to hear more about the payroll side of your software at a later date. I won't be here next week as I'm on a business trip. Will you be available to discuss more about payroll 2 weeks from today?
I appreciate so much your time and interest, and yes, I'll schedule a meeting discussing payroll in more detail with you for Thursday, July 14th then.
Well, excellent. Appreciate your time.
Okay.
And thanks for stopping in, and we'll talk this over. And
I appreciate your time.
We're going to be moving forward soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. See yourself out.